what did I see on Twitter the other day? There's been this weird like goofy drama thing that's been really divisive. Because I remember you messaged me and you're like, "Hey, bro, like let's do a show maybe." But just for warning, and I'm like, fuck, I don't give a fuck. I'll talk to whoever. I don't give a fuck. And we drink together all the time. So I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I'm not tribalistic. I don't take sides. I don't. I think all of it's goofy. I watch all of it as an entertainment thing.
It's funny.
And I'll give my takes on it, kind of. But I also just like to talk to people and hear what it's all about. It's just like one side won't talk to me. So I'm like, well, it just looks, I guess it appears that way. But there was this weird drama and it's still kind of going on. But there was this thing where Eric July, the ISOM deal, said that he had receipts that you and or Vito emailed the International School of Ministry, and then he didn't have receipts after being asked about it again. It was weird. What happened there? Do you know?
Yeah, well, what happened was Eric was raised by a single mother, so he learned how to deal with conflict by lying. And that's what he tried to do with me and Vito, where he said he tried to deflect his guilt in violating a trademark and not either not looking up if the trademark was available or looking it up, finding it was taken and ignoring it, selling his comic for $6 million, causing all kinds of controversy, calling people the N-word, and then getting sued by the actual trademark owner of ISOM, which would have a problem with all this behavior damaging their brand. He chose to deflect all of this criminality by blaming me and Vito for posing as an agent of ourselves, which is fucking retarded. Like, hi, I work for Dick and Vito. If we're trying to trick someone into suing you, we're not going to pretend to be us. You retarded idiot, right? We're going to pretend to be Camelot. Hi, I work for Camelot News.
No.
Why have some questions about ISA? It's obviously just a guy who was pissed off that you flagged his Twitter and said, "Oh, you flagged my Twitter. I'll fucking show you a flag. Hey, who owns ISOM? You? Check this out. Fuck you." That's why you don't flag people, right? Because it comes around and bites you in the ass. But Eric decided to make up the story that it was us posing as our own reporter, and that he had proof of this, and he obviously has no proof. I mean, it's just ganging up on Vito, because I don't care. I think the email's hilarious. At this point, I wish I would have sent it so I could fucking tape it to his warehouse door and say, "Go fuck yourself, you hairy-armed, illiterate idiot." But they're like all these this entire sphere of people hates Vito because he's extremely liberal, and he's annoyingly liberal. Not as annoying as other annoying liberals I've known, but he is annoyingly liberal. And he's fat, so they think they can just pick on him and beat him up for their audience, which is cool. I mean, that's
fair. That's fair.
Yeah, that's funny. Okay, but the lying about you're responsible for this lawsuit I'm in, that's retarded. It's garbage. Turned out to be bogus. Obviously bogus. He was on Eric was on Nick's show, and he even said, "Well, I don't have any proof. They could have email." It's like, well, you told everyone that you had proof and they ran with it. Fucking quartering is like, "Oh, anything you need, Eric. Whatever you need." And now they all look like assholes because they believed you. So don't lie is the moral of the story.
And then it kind of went away a little. It's been like, God, it was fucking all anybody was talking about for a minute there, and it kind of like, in a way a little.
Isn't that weird? Like, yeah, we got these bastards finally. It's like, oh, let's see the receipts. Well, what it is I don't really have them receipts that I said. Like, okay, man. Well, you guys just gotta chill the fuck out. Like, this is all this shit is very stupid. But whatever, you're getting lost in the sauce.
Yeah.
I don't know if they have that phrase in independent comics, but you're getting lost. There's a sauce and you're getting lost in it.
Yeah, it was weird. As I watched it played out, and I just had I had Nick on my show. Back then, Nick would be on my show like once a week. And then people started getting mad at me because Nick was on my show. And I was like, why is everybody mad at me because Nick's on my show? And then it was because he gave like a legal analysis of the trademark thing. And he was like, Well, yeah, it's obviously it's copyright infringement, and everybody was mad at him, and then they were mad at me because I'm friends with Nick, and I was like, "Oh, this is bullshit. What's happening?"
Yeah,
Damn.
yeah, that sucks.
Yeah.
If you thought that was bad, you should try being friends with Ethan Ralph. Then
Oh
see
my
how
god.
and see how your friends stick around after that. You know what's more annoying about the Eric lawsuit thing? Right when it happened, I said, you're going to have to pay. You should pay a little fine, change the name of your comic book, and pay like a small licensing fee for future comics. You know, even if it's like 50 cents a book or 50 cents an ISOM book or something like that. Like you're ahead of the game then. And you make a deal, you have a nice PR release with these guys. But instead he makes a video calling them fake Christians, implying that they're fake Christians. It's like, bro, this isn't like a hater that you're monetizing. This is a global Christian ministry. Like, are you fucking stupid? What? This is not how you handle this.
Yeah, I
I'm
saw
giving good advice, and all these idiots are saying like, "Oh yeah, fuck them, yeah, man, you go, you take it to the mattress." Like, you don't have a fucking mattress big enough for an international ministry, bro.
it's maybe they just want to watch the shit show. They're like encouraging it to
Yeah,
make it worse. I don't know.
yeah,
Because when I saw that video, I watched that whole video, and it was he kept referring to the shepherd guy and implying that he was like shitty, like, and he kept saying not what a real Christian would do and all this stuff. And I'm like, I feel like this would just piss me off more if I was the guy. And
yeah.
like you have infinite income to kill like anybody with, like at that point. I don't know. I
Like, I just got back from Africa, like drilling wells and giving Ebola vaccines to little kids, and I'm listening to Eric July, the gangbanger, call me a fake Christian. Like, okay, not today, Satan.
yeah. Yeah, I did.
I'm a good guy, but I have lawyers, and their relationship with the Lord is fuzzy at best.
Yeah, I think yeah, that was the only really thing I watched. I watched the legal analysis from the actual Nick when he did the legal analysis. And then I watched that video of him responding to like the international school ministry, and I was like, I don't feel like that was a good move. Like, I probably wouldn't even have talked about them at all. I would have just like met with them and been like, let's fucking fix this immediately, man.
Yeah.
That's what I would have done.
How
But
much can I pay you guys? You know, I changed
yeah.
the name to The Adventures of ISOM. No big deal. I'll throw all the merch away. Maybe I could sell it if I cut you in. Maybe I say the N-word less on my streams. I'll do my best, but you know, it's part of my culture as a guy who's pretending to act more black and poor than he is, that I say it as much as possible. So I would appreciate it if you let me continue to do that. But whatever, let's work it out a deal, because you do own it.
Yeah, and then I don't even know. I haven't been paying attention to it since I watched that video, probably. But he said he met with them and they had something. He thought they had it figured out, and then they changed. The whole deal changed or something, and now they're going forward with a lawsuit or something. I don't think there's been any development since then.
No, Riley has a subscription to their documents folder on Pacer. Whenever new law stuff breaks, he posts it immediately. I think they just pushed back the response until like December at some point, so Eric can respond to the lawsuit.
Well, damn. We'll see what I would have. Yeah, I would just changed the fucking name. It'd been easy for me.